Let's fucking go, guys.
Yes, another track day. This time it's at Anglesey, a very unique coastal circuit on an island on the northwest tip of Wales. Anglesey's largest town, Holyhead, is known for having the fastest direct ferry route to Dublin from the UK at around 3 hours. This island is separated from the rest of Wales by 2 bridges, one of which is the oldest iron suspension bridge in the world, Pont Menai. I can't decide whether it's more beautiful in the morning clouds or lit up at night. Let me know in the comments section below which you prefer. Menai Suspension Bridge opened in 1826 and sits at just under 100 metres above the water to allow tall ships to pass underneath. I think it's incredible that it's still in use today. At just over 300 metres long, it is crazy for me to think that just 200 years ago that people used to risk their lives on a boat in very strong currents to get across, or even encouraged cattle to swim across in low tide. I'm sure it was absolutely groundbreaking when it was built. Just under 20 miles away lies my destination, TracMon Anglesey Circuit. I recently drove around Spa Francorchamps, and whilst that was steeped in history and prestige, visually and the aerial views of this coastal track, wow, I have never seen anything like it. Like many tracks, there are different circuits and variations. At Anglesey, there are 4. Today, it's the International GP circuit on the left, at just over 2 miles long. First thing you'll notice is that my wipers were on. It was absolutely pissing it down in the morning. This image here, when I'm coming out of the corner, might just show you how much spray was coming from the rear wheels and out of the front wheel arches. After almost losing it at Spa, when it was perfectly dry, I wasn't trying to go one step further here. Like a lot of my journeys, it's really hard to take these experiences in fully, but on this occasion I'm trying to focus on learning a new track and then trying to get quicker and quicker each lap. It's made even more difficult when the weather is this treacherous. But when I got these photos back, and even when I watched the footage I recorded, wow, it all becomes worth it. So this is a bit of footage from the sighting lap. This is where you drive a small number of laps to familiarise yourself with the layout of the track. It's also to get a feel for the general weather conditions and warm your car up to temperature. Usually getting heat into the tyres is a main thing to focus on, even when the track is as wet as this.
Someone crashed! Someone crashed!
You also need to remember what a red flag means. Note to self, it is not always a crash. During these laps, you're not really meant to overtake, and although I didn't record it, you might have spotted that I did jump ahead of the convertible Aston Martin. Once that's done, you slowly head back, well, bottleneck into the pits. For me, driving into the pit lane is where you notice your levels of adrenaline. Similar to half-time at a football game where you walk into the dressing room, you're almost overwhelmed with thoughts. Could I have gone faster? Remembering a near miss. Did I get footage of that overtake?
We're not allowed to go back, no? Are we allowed to go back or not? Hey.
I'm sure it's a high like this because it's a relatively new experience to me, where some of the older heads have driven this track loads of times.
Go straight right, yeah?
To a lot of people here, this is a hobby. A pretty expensive one, but a hobby nevertheless. I had to play it cool in front of the Lotus folk though. I did have a chat with a few others. This was a Lotus themed day after all, so sharing experiences with like-minded petrol heads was pretty enjoyable. say like-minded. This owner of a Seneca Blue Lotus Emira was from Northern Ireland. Let's keep up the engagement. Hit me up in the comments to tell me if I chose the wrong colourway.
Found another Lotus friend, or Lotus Emira friend. Oh god, all those headlights. You don't want me to follow you this time? Cool, sweet. Guys getting to get a bit of footage, lovely.
He didn't. I did get some cool stills, but the weather and pilot error stopped me getting any exterior clips of my Emira.
So what we got? 40 miles of range, fucking hell.
It is a really cool feeling as you arrive at the corner before the home straight. You then accelerate hard as you flash past the finish line. It accentuates the excitement when the officials wave the checkered flag. One thing I noticed after as little as 2 laps is just how easy it is to learn the track at Anglesey. At Spa, the track was a lot longer, 4 miles longer to be exact. And there's a lot more to learn and register, especially as Spa is such a fast circuit with so many high-speed corners. I shouldn't have felt this comfortable really, because the weather was a huge factor in how to judge braking distance, which lines to use, and how hard I should drive. The Lotus really did feel at home here, much more so than Spa in my opinion. I'd love to drive this track again in the dry. I know my sample size isn't the biggest, but this is my favourite circuit that I've driven. Hit me up in the comments and let me know which other track I should try next. I love these 2 slow corners after the high-speed right-hander. Proper challenging. My size says it all. Track day driving is pretty taxing stuff and takes a lot of concentration. Much needed break.
Let's fucking go, guys. Let's fucking go!
Despite my excitement at another go round the track, I was reminded on this particular event I wasn't allowed to record, primarily due to safety. Down it goes to spell the end of the day.
Got to take that off, mate.
Not allowed to use it.
Pardon?
You're not allowed to use it.
No, you...
Anglesey, thank you very much. That was some day. I feel a bit emotional on the drive back to London. So much to reflect on, both today and throughout my time in my little green sports car. As I mentioned in my last video, this is my last trip in the Lotus. Yeah, the Emira is going. Next episode, I'll summarise some of my trips and a few of the niggles that I had during ownership. Here is my Spa video for those who haven't seen, looking for reference.